3, 2, 1, action. Guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Stats, Facts and all that jazz. Today, I have my handy dandy notes here. We're going to talk about the stats, the facts and all the other jazz, all the other stuff that's important. Also, I'm going to be asking you guys at some point whether you would like this video monthly, whether you would like this video every 100 videos like what I've done so far, if you would like it every 50 videos, or I'll work something out. Right, so here we are for stats, facts and all that jazz to find out all the shenanigans. That's what we're here for. So I've been making some lovely notes and we're going to talk about it. So stat fact number 1. We have been doing this challenge for 100 days. So the days it's taken so far is 100. On the day I'm filming it, it's actually day 101. But 100 days nevertheless. 100 days done so far in we've walked. I have walked a total number of 1,313,162 steps in the 100 days that I have been filming this challenge. So taking that into account, 1,313,160-ish steps over 100 days has given me a daily average. So what I averagely walked so far is 13,130-ish steps a day. So far that is what Google is telling me I'm averagely walking daily. My lowest step count of the challenge so far, I have to say so far because in the future it could be more. My lowest step count so far comes from the 21st of January 2025 and it was 1,882 steps. 1,882 steps is my lowest step count so far. My highest step count so far is 34,689. That's 34,689 and I walked that on the 29th of March 2025. I have been notoriously noting down my daily scores. I'm going to enter a video at some point so you guys know what I'm talking about. So, once more, recap. 100 days of challenge. Steps walked so far, 1,313,162-ish. Average steps over the 100 days is 13,130-ish. The lowest step count so far, 1,882. The highest step count, 34689. Right, what else can I tell you? I have walked over the distance of Magic Kingdom, Florida to New Orleans. Magic Kingdom, Florida to New Orleans, which I believe is 648 miles, and I've done 652 miles as of my 100th day. I have walked more since, but I'm filming this as of my 100th day. So far I have walked 652 miles as of a 100-day challenge. I've walked to New Orleans from Magic Kingdom. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the all that jazz portion of the video. So, how am I overall feeling? So, my overall feelings so far is I'm feeling quite energetic. I'm feeling quite positive. Overall, I feel like my stamina has improved. Like my overall key fitness. Now, before I start this challenge, disclaimer, I do have a dog. I do normally walk a lot daily anyway. But since doing this challenge, I am consciously walking more. like a lot more. Not even a little bit more, a lot more. Like I'm talking, I'm even going to the office doing a scenic route, which I don't need to do because I'm wasting more time. So leaving earlier to do those said walks so I could get more steps, like even small things like that. Yeah, I'm walking around on my lunch break in the office because yeah, that's steps I can take because I'm consciously thinking about the bigger picture here. So my overall feeling, energetic, I'm in that can do, keep going, we can do this mentality. I am going to put a con in there. So despite the stamina, overall feeling, I'm usually now worn out by the end of the day. I'm talking like 8-9 o'clock. I'm ready to like call it a night. But that's okay because obviously it means I'm doing exercise and it means I'm going to get a good sleep. But sometimes that don't happen either. But I would say a good 6 or 7 out of 10 times I get a good sleep because of this. My knees are also on fire. My knees are like constantly hurting at the moment. I am having like, I'm like 32 guys. I'm going to be 32 soon. Ugh. Who asked me to get old? Because I'm almost 32 and my knees, because I'm walking so much, I feel like I get like knee pain, but then I rest and then the next day I'm fine. And then about 4 hours later, my knees start going again, but then just relax and I'm fine. So yeah, my overall feeling, energetic, keep going, feeling positive, can do, keep going, we can do this. The challenges so far, I think you guys, I mean, I'm being quite vocal about this. So the challenges so far are weather. So when it rains or the weather is absolutely rubbish, in the UK, it's always rubbish. Actually, right now we're having glorious sunshine and that's good because summer is coming and you know the steps are about to be walked. The weather is one of my biggest challenges. The second challenge I have all the time is sleep, lack of sleep. For those of you who do not know, because I have maybe spoken about this a couple of times, I'm the sort of person that once I am awake, I cannot go back to sleep. Like, it's game over. So if I'm up at 2 a.m, I'll be up at 2 a.m. till bedtime that evening. I can't go back to bed. And usually when I'm awake, I get this like burst of energy all of a sudden. I'm like, okay, let's go. But I need to do something. I just can't lie there. I can't even relax in bed. I'll relax in bed for like 10 minutes and I'm like, okay, I'm bored now. I need to move. I've got so much to do. Housework, cooking, cleaning. I can get a head start on that, which means I can walk more steps. Do you see how my brain's working at the moment? So challenges are my mood, because if I'm like tired, I'm not going to be in a mood to walk. So if I'm like, can't be bothered today, obviously my score's going to reflect that. If I'm having a bad day, if I'm not feeling well, weather, obviously, sleep, and the final factor, because this has happened since tax year end, work. Work is a challenge. So sometimes work calls me to do overtime, which is fine because, you know, I'm trying to save money. So working more hours means I get more money, which means I can pay for my 500 trips that you're about to find out in the next video. Anyway, nevertheless, that's not what we're here for. The overall feeling is that it's work related. If I get called online, that means I can't walk as much because I'm now extra working, meaning I can't walk those hours that I was meant to walk. Okay, we're getting off topic. Let's get into some juicy gossip. Weight. Let's talk about weight. If this is a trigger warning for you, please do not carry on watching. If this is a trigger warning, we're going to be talking about weight, diet, calories, things like that potentially. If this is not for you, please turn away now. You have been warned. So I am very proud to say that since starting this video, which was 100 days ago, I have lost, I've done this in a few formats, so I'm sure one of these we will understand. You will understand one of these things. I am half a stone down, which is 3 kg, which is 6.6 pounds. So half a stone, which is 3 kg, which is 6.6 pounds. And as of this morning, I'm a little bit even more than that now, so that's good. So we're going in the right way. With that weight lost so far, I have also lost, I'm going to like show you. YouTube, do not demonetize me. In my underbust area, I have lost 1.5 inches in my underbust area. I have also, there's no way of me explaining this, but the top half of my stomach from my bust line to my belly button is more toned. And now I can also start seeing a difference in my belly, but it's still there. The belly is there, but it's more toning, and I can see the difference, and I can feel the difference. For example, 2 months ago when I was trying on dresses, I tried on a dress that I couldn't zip up. I can now zip up said dress, which is good. It's tight, but it can zip. Before, I couldn't even zip it. So now I can get in the dress. Now I want to be comfortable in the dress. So for reference, and also the biggest difference is number one, my underbust, but two, my waist. I feel like I have gone a little bit more in at the waist, which is good. Not a problem. I don't mind that. I will put a disclaimer here. I am not just exercising, because I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be transparent. I have also been doing other things alongside my exercise to help me with this weight loss. That is intermittent fasting. So at the moment I am doing a 12 o'clock to 5 or 6, I think it's 6 o'clock, 12 to 6 eating window. So what that means is it can either be 12 to 6 or I do 11 to 5, depending on how hungry I am. So I will wake up intentionally fasting. I will have my very first meal at either 11 or 12, depending on said hunger. I'll be like drinking water. I'm not like fasting like you can't even eat or drink. And my first meal can be breakfast. It can also be lunch. And I will try to make that first meal like a yogurt with fruit, or I'll have like a porridge, or I'll have like scrambled eggs, one of those things. And then my second meal of the day usually tends to be about 4:35 or 5:36, and that will be the last thing I eat, which is my dinner, which will have some form of protein or vegetarian sometimes, because in my culture there's like a lot of religious days, and then we don't eat meat for those religious days. But 9 out of 10 times it will be like either chicken, it will be chicken, I'm not even gonna, or there's a blue moon, there'll be fish in there, but some form of chicken, either a couscous, rice, vegetables. And then I do, just because I'm doing this intermittent fasting, I'm not stopping. I'm a sugar head, I love sugar. So I will have 1 can of like soda. So like when I say soda, I mean like Coca-Cola Zero or Pepsi Max or zero sugar carbonated drink. And I will have something sweet. I allow myself something sweet, and that will either be like a Kit Kat or a Snickers, or I don't know, Cadbury, like just 1 bar of chocolate, 1 little bar. And then I don't feel like I need to binge because I've got my sweet fix, and I have the drink and the sweet together, because then I feel like I'm drinking and having more sugar, which is what my body is craving. So I'm intermittent fasting alongside my exercise. I am also just having the 2 meals a day, but if I do get hungry, that you do not need to do this, by the way. No one needs to do this. This is my preference. I am not a dietitian. Please ask your doctor if you're concerned. All the disclaimers. If I'm hungry in the middle, I will have like cucumbers, or like a Baby Bell cheese, Dairy Lee cheese, or I'll have like grapes, fruit, just something small and quick. But like, I don't want to go for like crisps or chips, whatever you guys call them. You know what I'm talking about. And then I'm drinking a lot of water. And also, you guys know I'm also going to the gym. In the gym, these are my personal exercises, especially without the dog. I need to do them. I go to the gym for multiple reasons. I'm looking to tone certain areas of my body. For example, one of the outfits that I'm wearing to the Indian wedding has a really nice back, and I will show you guys these outfits. It has a lovely back, and I just want to like feel a bit nicer. So I'm doing a lot of back exercises right now. I'm like, oh yes, girl, get it, Shakira. You know what I mean? I probably will edit that out, probably not. Anyway, my hips don't lie. What am I saying? This is a long video, I'm really sorry, and I'm probably sorry if you've switched off by now. So if you've lasted this long, we should drop an emoji in the chat. Insert here, future Sai. Okay, whatever that emoji is, put it in the chat, and I know you've lasted this long. And that is my first stats, facts, and all that jazz. Do you like how I've broken up this video? I'm asking for future reference. So the first thing I talked about was all the achievements. So the days, how many steps, the average, how far I've gone, where have I walked to. Then the feelings, how I feel, challenges, positives. And then all that jazz. I did weight, diet, inches, average exercising day. Is this okay? I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm asking for feedback. Anyway, without further ado, I'm talking too long. And I will see you in the next facts, jazz. I will see you in the next stats, facts, and all that jazz video, whatever that is, when you guys decide. So without further ado, until next time, Winnie hugs. Bye-bye.